When a beautiful day turns into nasty weather, sometimes you can only make it through 9. Welcome to my last round of golf. Hi, hello, and welcome back, everyone, to my last round of golf. My name is AJ Kummel, and I am here with my co-host,
Alec Dietz. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing well. How about yourself this week, sir?
Yeah, I'm all right. Sinuses are killing me, but we had a good round of golf until it started, not being good.
Oh, yeah, welcome to Georgia in the spring. First of all, the pollen is going to attack you as if it is like one of the ooze monsters from what movie am I thinking of right now? Oh, my gosh.
I mean, you can think of Ghostbusters.
Oh, this is embarrassing, but it's the
slime?
little, ooze, slime monsters, whatever. Okay, so, bad thing that I tried to reference there first. But the other thing that is terrible about Georgia in the spring, too, is that all of a sudden you can go from a beautiful sunny day to, it is threatening to lift you off the ground and take you to Oz. Everything just kind of gets dark all of a sudden and quick, so this time we only have 9 holes of golf for us.
Yeah, we could have kept playing maybe, but they were hosting a tournament, so they wanted to get everybody off the course and yada yada, which was fine, totally understandable. But we also decided to just pack it in because it was just getting kind of gross. So.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna chance
it looks
the
beautiful
rain.
right here. It looks great.
Our first up, we have a beautiful look. It's a nice sunny day. So
we're playing at Bridgemill Country Club, by the way.
Bridgemill Athletic Club.
Excuse me.
It is the Bridgemill Athletic Club in Canton, Georgia. You have to keep it classy. It is a nice little course. It is semi-private, I think, is what they call themselves. Yeah. So, it's great. They let us come there and play. It's a beautiful course. It's not a bad price. They take good care of it.
Yeah,
so,
it
they actually have a lot of people there that really care about golf and know about golf. So, it's a fun experience just to go and play.
They were running a tournament later this afternoon. And this is by no means an excuse for any of the bad golf you were going to see me play. But the greens were kind of a little bit turned up. The driving range was not open at all this morning. So, we spent about 25 minutes just on the putting green messing around. And those things were like glass. I mean, you breathed on a ball. It was gone.
Yeah, it made it definitely for a day of all of a sudden Speed Racer would just chase across the green, which is also what happens when I blade things across the green. So we're going to see that happen.
But also, as you'll see later on in the round, the greens just stop for some reason. They just, I don't know if it's because the weather changes or what have you, or maybe they're just drying out from the morning. I don't know, but they definitely do slow down at a certain part of the day, which is kind of weird. So it was just weird getting used to it.
Yeah, fair. It was a very interesting day, but enough talking about that. Why don't we actually go through this and watch this last round of golf? So away we go, and here we are on that first tee box. I really do enjoy this hole. It's a nice par 4. You have relief off there to the right, you're safe. I, on the other hand, am not safe here. So I had this thing of let's pull everything to the left. I'm yanking that front hand through, and I'm just not happy. I tucked myself by this tree. I've got the shoulder tucked, so I'm not going to hit the tree with my,
I thought you were going to take a much bigger swing, and I was about to see a broken club.
No, see, I punched out. I went into the fairway. That bent back a little bit more than you can see there. See, I'm holding the pose, the lucky pose of please don't go into the woods. And I end up on the other side of the trap over there. I think this is the first instance where I hit a tree and bounce back out favorable.
Yeah, the first.
It's the theme of the day. You had a great chip there.
I did. I had started taking lessons, so all my wedge shots are kind of different, and my 7-iron is different, and this is my first round after the lessons, so you'll see that I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to adjust myself to new swing. It's kind of strange, but my wedges have definitely gotten a little bit better, a lot higher. That was a nice chip up too. Why couldn't I do that the first time? A good AJ question.
That's also the theme of the day is, why couldn't I do that the first time? I tried.
Oh, goodness. I will mention the last 2 times we played this course also. The greens last time were punched, and that was fine. And the greens before that, the last time, were dead. So this is the first time we're playing with actual nice greens.
It was kind of like fall, winter, spring.
Yes.
So we've progressed through the seasons. We've learned what this course is like through all of them. Well, we got to go through summer, but it's Georgia in the summer. It's going to be like spring, but hot.
Yep.
So I'm prepared for that.
Here we go. Long putt, leave it a little short. So what do we do on the next one? Everybody says, you guessed it, probably blasted away right.
These are the ones that you feel like you have to putt for the back of the cup. Like, if I don't putt for the back of the cup, it's going to go short, it's going to roll off to the side. So I put the force in it, and you're slightly off, and it's like, well, I should have, focused on math in high school and figured out angles a little bit more, probably. And I might be better at this. Geometry, trigonometry, whichever one of those.
Whichever the geometries.
You can tell that I have a liberal arts degree and took no mathematics.
I will gladly take your gimme here and just sadly
walk. We made it through the first hole.
Yeah, this is fun. I like the second hole. Little, what is it, about par 4?
It's a par 4. It's always threatening because there's always water in view. This is the second time that you see me hit that tree and right into the center of the fairway as if I had planned it.
You gotta love the little weird chippy. I'm gonna try something cute and just I gotta punch it under this tree but keep it. Yeah, it didn't work out.
And there's nothing but mud beneath this new layer of turf that they had just put down everywhere, which good on them. Putting it down for spring, let's get it out now so that way it grows good. But unfortunately, it did rain a couple days before. It rained for a couple days before we went and played this round.
And plunk. Sadness.
Yeah, the water is a mistress that calls. It's like a siren. Well,
she calls me all the time.
The siren is that. But
I could rather have her on voicemail.
Hey, you hit the water and I hit the beach.
That's true.
So once again, David Hasselhoffing about as I try to plop myself into the sand trap. So I feel like I'm doing a little bit better coming out of sand traps. And then I do that. But, okay, so remember the last time I came out of the sand trap, though, and it hit the lip and rolled back down,
Yes.
and then I barely got it over.
Yes, well, you did avoid the lip this time.
So this time, at least I did the opposite, and I picked it up. I bladed it across the green. But, this beautiful shot here, and there's a chip coming in. Nice placement, sir. I assume that's you based on the ball color.
Because I believe you'll see me stop and welcome your ball onto the putting surface here in a second.
Let's say, hopefully this is a good chip. It's such a pretty shot. Look at how there's not a cloud in the sky.
I know. It looks so nice right here. And then it turns so ugly right now.
Just such dark clouds.
I'm glad we left when we did because I remember getting in the car, we were getting poured on.
Yeah. Welcome to Georgia in the spring. April showers, spring May flowers, so everything should be nice and pretty coming up soon. We are getting here to the end of April. So.
I think I remember vividly telling you, thank God, I remember that making that putt because if not, it's falling into the water. Holy cow.
That is also the thing. You can see a little bit of the hill. That's not the camera. This entire green slants slightly downhill towards the water. So if you got some speed.
And then I just hook it. Just straight over there. Yep. Let's just grab the tee, frustratingly. And then you hit to our favorite spot.
Oh my gosh, this is where I've been, I think, 3 times in a row off this tee box. Multiple people are over here. I'm getting better at the approach shot. I took it from an A wedge to a pitching wedge because I realized I'm shooting up higher and I got to use that loft to get up. So I'm learning.
Hey man, if we get over there enough times, we'll eventually learn how to play out of it.
Hey, and then we got to learn a new spot. But that's a beautiful shot. I like the image there because we can turn that into a little logo, and that way we don't have to pay somebody to do it.
I feel like the only logo it should be is how not to do a backswing. Just me.
It's the progression of our backswing.
Yes.
We can change the logo as we get better.
There we go.
That's saying you'll know when the show's good when the logo's nice and crisp and perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Coming soon. Coming soon.
We'll see how that happens.
5 years. Oh goodness.
At least we've both kind of learned for this hole. It's all about the chip up.
It is. It's about getting on the surface. That's all you got to do. You can't see it with those 2 giant bunkers that protect the front of this hole also. So you have to actually get up.
And it's the thing about having that elevated green. You're constantly going uphill.
Mm-hmm.
This is the challenging part for me is learning how to do that. Okay, when do I club up? When do I know that I'm going to blast it over the green? And I feel like we're almost there. I'm almost learning how to read that hill.
See, little confusing hills, though, because I see yours, I'm thinking, that was a lot faster. That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay, here we go. Let's line up, and I bet you, if anything, I don't remember it, but I bet you I leave it short. If I had to guess, knowing how today will probably go.
I mean, kind of the theme of the day.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and that's how our putting's been, though. We're just afraid to, blast it past the hole. You have to fully commit on putts sometimes, and when you have that wrong angle, you pay for it.
Yep. You could have the right angle, but if you leave it 5 feet short, what does it matter?
Hey, get the leaf out of the way. Make sure you have a clear putting thing. Oh, thank God I hit the lip and that went in. Oh, my God, I really wasn't sure if I made that putt. Whew. Okay.
There we go.
Hey, it's because you cleared the leaf. That was why I got it.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, sure. I remember I blasted this one sky high. I remember this exact hole.
Oh, yeah. That went up and down. This is another one where you see me go left into the woods.
You did hit the car path and then a tree and then come out.
Yeah, sometimes you get favorable things, somehow I ended up still in the grass. It was wonderful. I really love this hole as well, because, and it's like, 200 and something out, and then it like...
It's about 280 out, and then
60-degree dog leg right, and then over to the green.
Yeah, and it's just because we don't have the length. We don't have the length. I'm sure for most people who can hit a 270, 280, they can clear that dog leg. Like, whatever, it's fine. Like, yeah, but not if I have to get in front of the dog leg.
I really enjoy it because it gives me an excuse to slice the crap out of a club and then go, I did that intentionally. Look at me play the ball.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Boom. Well, take it was a little bit windy that day.
Pretty day. Look at that. Look at that beautiful shot.
Okay, so we had no clouds before. Where this is hole 5, clouds are starting to roll in now. The wind, you saw the leaf attack the camera there.
You couldn't see my wonderful shot that sailed 15 feet too far.
Oh, and I almost chipped it in. Like, I'll get out of your way. Don't worry about me. I'll get out of your way.
I appreciate it.
I'll go ahead
once again, here you can see the hills. I can see the hills from this angle.
Secret hills.
Me there in real time probably was like, I can't understand why I'm left this short probably. Let me guess, 2 feet? Yeah, yep. Look at that. Wow.
It's because, the hill is ever so slight, and every time we're just afraid of throwing the ball past it.
Gracious.
Goodness
gracious.
Great balls of fire.
At least make this one.
There it goes. Whew. Just rolling.
Good job, me. I was so proud of this swing. This is the only swing I felt proud of because I'd taken all my lessons with a 7-iron, and I finally get to use a 7-iron, and it just went about 5 or 6 feet too far right. And you had a great swing, too. I mean, look, you pretty much the same thing.
Both of us had wonderful tee shots here, just off the side of the green.
And then I try to be cute and putt it up.
Hey, I do the same thing, and you can't see my ball, and it is off camera down right. And I think it's in a more shameful spot of, mud. So I do get, what I'll call the spring rules in Georgia of if I'm buried in mud, I get some relief. Oh, yeah, you see me putt it all the way across over there to the side of the green. I need to...
And the stinky bogey.
That's always the worst on the par 3s, too. Yeah. Because we should be able to drop these on the green. Do I?
Hey, that's all I can offer. My dejected stage is a nice thumbs up, good job.
Oh, that probably made my day.
Probably did.
Oh my God.
I remember day made. And I hook this thing a little too much, but it actually kind of works.
It probably hits the ground and runs, too. I went the opposite way. And see, I think, you were correct. Yeah, everything goes to the left
here. It is beautiful little looking, and it's terrible.
It's all right. I ended up on the other side of the cart path and have to work my way up and literally run my way up the hill. So sometimes blading it is great, and then sometimes doing that, I need to learn how to chip.
Hey, look at this.
Hey, if it rolls all the way back to where you were, does it count as a stroke?
Yes.
Because the ball, it's kind of like making forward progress in football or whatever. Do I get to keep what I made then?
No, because no.
Yeah, I still don't understand those
rules. It's not like Monopoly. You do not pass go.
Once again, the ball rolled down that hill.
Yep. I didn't even get that on camera. I was so sad about it
because we thought it stopped. We were like, oh, okay, it's good, and then we looked up oh shit,
oh wait, maybe, no, it's not.
Damn it.
Oh, goodness.
And then, you just walk up and whack it. Try for some speed and no break over to the left there like I thought.
It is such a weird experience to play a golf course after thinking you have the quote-unquote hills worked out when it's not actually live and nice. And then you come back when it is actually in nice condition because they got it in nice condition and it's all different.
Yeah, it's one of the most frustrating things I've experienced because, we haven't played this course enough to, know it. I've played this course enough to just go, hey, I remember what it did the past couple times.
Yep.
And that is constantly changing. But I guess, when people take good care of their grass and they take good care of all their fairways and stuff, you're gonna run into that.
I played this the day before my wedding. I think 2 months ago when it was plugged, and then this time. That's it.
This was a beautiful shot that I had, and I ended up hitting this hill and somehow bounced and saved myself.
I don't know how your
like
stayed there. Really
no idea what happened.
I do not understand.
And then I just had to try to muscle the crap out of this. Like, I'm learning how to swing harder. It's taken years of all technique, no speed, and I'm finally learning how to put some oomph in there. So you made it all the way over to the other side of the green. This is another scary one because
oh God, it's so scary.
If you roll off down there where the pin is, like you going down that big hill, you just saw us hit up. That was a good putt.
Yeah, I was
like,
finally feeling kind of okay. I was
so
like, all right,
you're more comfortable from like 35 feet
than
you are
give
from
me like
12.
60 feet. Like, give me 60 feet and I'll put it within 5. Give me 5 feet, I'll put it within 5.
Well, I think it's part of that risk reward of, well, if I'm this far away and I mess it up, like, well, I was that far away. If I'm close, I should hit this. And that's where we get in our heads.
Oh, goodness.
And just around the lip again, like, those are the ones that it's, you have to putt to the back of the cup or that's going to happen. Yep, I do the same thing. You can see me flinch up and go, no, why aren't you hitting these putts?
You can see us look back because, I'm not going to lie, there was this, like, probably, like, 12-year-old little girl playing with her dad, and she wasn't hitting the crap out of her driver.
I was...
Good for her.
It's like watching little children ski.
Oh, my goodness.
I want them to fail, but they are so good at embarrassing
She was, like, hitting up onto us. I'm like, no, it's fine.
No, you're good. Like, that's our fault. We should be better. We should be further away. And then... That was our motivation. Look at where we dropped these. You were closer to the pin.
Yeah, that was good.
Both of us dropped, what were those, 8 irons on the green?
I think we had, I think 8 and 9 iron, I think collectively. Because I remember I usually play this hole with a pitching wedge, and I always leave it a little short.
It was like...
You see those clouds rolling.
Yeah, that's where you can see it. Yeah, you can see the dark clouds there rolling in. This is when the day started to turn. Of course, after we, like, hit our, like, second green in regulation of the day, maybe?
Okay, so I don't know because we lost the scorecard. I'm not going to lie about that. It's somewhere.
I feel terrible because it's probably in their parking lot and,
it's
blew out of our cart.
Maybe.
Like,
it's either in their parking lot
and I littered.
I'm one of the 3 golf bags somewhere. I don't know. But I think we actually did pretty decent as far as hitting greens. We just couldn't make a putt to save our life.
Yeah, and this is another one. Like, if I swing at this and hit it, it's just gonna like Sonic the Hedgehog and and just collect those rings and then launch over the side of the green.
Yep. You see me leaning down, not probably to actually read a putt because more of my knees hurt probably.
Sometimes you need to stretch.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, I think this is one where I just end up super frustrated after it.
That's it.
I never...
Fix yourself.
Never enjoy par 3s because I cannot putt to save my life.
And that looks too fast. But it actually isn't.
But guess again.
Look at that. Surprise.
Just too slow. Just like 2 feet. Like that's the problem on some of those larger ones is like we got to start trusting the speed, and I don't know how do we practice that. Do I just like have to?
I don't know how to practice that either.
Go and do stupid putts on greens and do stupid dances and woo! Like somehow I was feeling good after like what was that, a bogey? Hopefully it was a bogey. Hopefully it wasn't a double bogey, and I'm that happy.
This is finally a hole we played somewhat okay.
I love this. Hole 9's beautiful. The clouds are starting to look gross.
I know, and like it doesn't even look that bad here, and like somehow between here and getting to hole 10 tee box, it just like opens up. Driving
past the clubhouse, you can just see people like, "Hey, y'all should slow down. Like, y'all should stop." Okay.
We get up to we literally went into the clubhouse for like a second to grab a drink and come back out, and it's just raining everywhere. Like, how is this happening?
And the filter here is deceptive too.
I know.
It makes it look beautiful.
It makes it look beautiful.
See, I have another chip that once again, like, just rolls off the back. And I guarantee you I blade it here if I don't. Yep, there we go. Story of my life.
At this point, we're just like, screw this.
I've got to sit with a wedge and just, like, do it.
I don't even know where I am.
Do it.
I don't even know where I am. I don't even know what happened on this hole. If I remember correctly, I think I chunked it because I landed in 2 just giant mud patches. And I was like, no, I'm a man. I'm going to play out of this mud, and just chunked it indefinitely.
Once again, the story of our lives playing in Georgia is we're stuck in the mud. And no, I have to hit it out. Like, I have to learn how to play that.
I have to do it.
Like, I have to play this. Hey, there we go. We found you.
Yeah,
you made it up
it.
onto the green.
I
Yep,
did it.
this was the one where you bladed it past and it was in the mud back there, and I
Yep.
saved you by not putting that shot on camera.
Thank you.
So now we
Appreciate
have, once again, another putt left just probably about 2 feet short.
And see, if you put a gun to my head after we walked off that putting green that morning and said, you're going to leave everything short, I'd be like, you're a liar. And you could shoot me. Like, there's no possible way.
There we go.
Gosh.
Hey, at least we can putt out. So
Yeah, we
maybe
did
that's the key. Maybe every time that we have something where we're going to leave it 2 feet short, we just commit that we can hit the
We
2
just
foot
gotta
putt.
commit that
Like
2
we just
feet.
learned to do 2 feet
We
putts
just
instead.
have to
Like,
get
okay,
the-
that's it. That's where we're just going to learn to do 2 foot putts instead. Like, we're not going to work on the long putts. We're going to work on the short putts. That's the way to go.
Goodness gracious.
All right, so standard battery of questions here. What was your favorite shot of the day?
My favorite shot of the day was probably the one that the camera didn't actually even get because it fell over, but it was
Oh,
at
that
60
was a
degree.
It was a
I
good
hit it
chip.
too far, but it was the only time in my life, because of this new wrist hinge thing I'm trying on my lesson, that I've hit my 60-degree high, and it had presumably a lot of spin on it, and I just actually got it. I actually got all of it. I swung too hard because I usually have to with that club do it.
Oh, it was a beautiful arc. I watched it sail through the sky, go 15 yards past the green into the shitter,
Bush.
and
Yeah.
then went out there into it. So, that was a
That was,
beautiful shot.
believe it or not, my favorite shot. What about you?
Like, honestly, my favorite shot of the day is the one on 2 where I got a hold of it with my 3-wood and then right in the center of the tree. And it was like cartoon sound effect. I just Wile E. Coyote hit a tree.
You lived off those trees.
And we saw it bounce out. And then it happened 3 more times. Like, sometimes, you put good karma out into the world and it brings it back to you. And I will take all that good karma to my golf game every chance I get. Like, I will be such a good person if you can promise me that it'll come back as, like, that goodness in my golf game. Like, I would change the world if my golf game could get better.
I would change the world.
All right, so I know since we've only shot 9, maybe it's a little early to say what the favorite hole of the course is, because having played this one before, I know that my favorite hole actually exists in the back 9.
No, it does.
But out of the front, I will tell you that hole number 2, once again, the one by the it's a little bit picturesque.
Yeah.
Having to chip, you have a little bit of water to get over. Like, it's right there by the entrance to the neighborhood and everything. Like,
I like hole 7. Hole 7's got to be my favorite.
hole 7 is a good one.
It's
like,
just, easy, not easy par 4, but, you have to go down, then hit up to the green.
It's down a hill to a tight fairway,
Yeah,
so it's a
you
little
can't
bit
slope off
technical. And then you really have to muscle it up all the way up the top of that hill.
Yeah.
Like, you have to climb.
I like that
to
hole.
get
I
up
usually
there.
play it well. So
Well, and the problem is you're climbing up that hill from 160 out,
Yeah.
though. It's not like you're climbing from 100 out or 140 out.
Just gotta
like-
club up, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I just have to club up. Let's hit the 5-iron and hope that I can control my 5-iron enough to put it on a green. Yeah, we're not that good at golf yet. So, I'm excited to go back and play the back 9.
Mhm.
So we'll see if we can do that next.
Oh, very soon.
We'll see where we will see where the golf gods take us.
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see. But I guess until next time,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.